Greetings and welcome. This is Rajiv Bakni on the Gadget 360 show, and today I've got it all for you. We'll start off with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra version. This is the notebook killer, goes ultra on everything. Massive 14.6 quad HD 120Hz display. Love the display. S Pen in the box. Powerful performance with Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 inside. Then we'll move on to the LG Tone Free FP9 TWS. The charging case cleans the earbuds with UV. Impressive sound, long list of features, pretty well priced also. Then the Smartmi Air Purifier now comes with an auto mode where filtration levels alter based on the air quality, but not too much difference from the previous models. And then we'll move on to a great charger, the Stuffcool Flow 25-watt charger, super compact 25-watt charger. You have to see how small this guy is. Supports fast charging standards for Samsung phones, iPhone, has both USB-C and USB-A ports in that small little form factor. Priced really cheaper than most first-party chargers. Let's get started with this week's show.
Xiaomi has launched two new smartwatches globally, the S1 and the S1 Active. Both the watches sport a circular dial which is water resistant up to 5 ATM. Both the watches come with sensors for SpO2 and heart rate monitoring. They can track the user's sleep and workouts in up to 117 sports modes. The watches are equipped with GNSS positioning support for keeping track of the user while they're out for a run. The smartwatches will also come with Alexa built-in for voice commands along with 12 hours of battery life. The only thing separating the two watches are the build materials, as the S1 goes for a stainless steel bezel while the S1 Active has metal ones. The S1 is priced at $269, roughly 20,500 rupees, and the S1 Active is priced at $199, roughly 15,100 rupees. Price and availability for India are as of now unknown. Samsung has launched their Galaxy Book line of laptops in India after 8 years. On 17th March, Samsung launched the Galaxy Book 2 series and the Galaxy Book Go laptops. The Galaxy Book 2 series will consist of Galaxy Book 2, Galaxy Book 2 360, Galaxy Book 2 Pro 360 and the Galaxy Book 2 Business. They will be powered by the 12th generation Intel processors, and the Galaxy Book Go will be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 7C Gen 2 compute platform. The Galaxy Book 2 Business starts at 1,04,990 rupees. Galaxy Book 2 starts at 65,990 rupees. Galaxy Book 2 360 starts at 99,990 rupees. Galaxy Book 2 Pro starts at 1,06,990 rupees. Galaxy Book 2 Pro 360 starts at 1,15,990 rupees. And finally, the Galaxy Book Go starts at 38,990 rupees.
Our top story today is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. You know, Samsung really hit an absolute winner with this one. Totally out of the ballpark. You know, this huge screen is the big deal. 14.6-inch display, biggest we've ever seen on a tablet. And look at the thickness, or should I say, the thinness of it all. 5.5 mm. That is incredible. That's like, I think, 3 credit cards stacked together. But because of all that big stuff it has, the 14.6-inch display and everything else, not very easy to just hold up. It needs a case. Then the 14.6-inch display is fantastic. Super AMOLED panel, 120Hz refresh rate. Has a notch in the middle, but you can easily ignore it. It's such a big screen, doesn't really play out there. Great for playing games and watching HDR content also. And the S Pen comes in the box. Works with an incredibly low latency of 2.8 milliseconds. So you can literally do a lot with this. Now, the charging spot on the back of the tablet hasn't been very well thought of, but the two front cameras, standard wide and ultra wide, both 12 megapixels, is great. You know, in a tablet, the front cameras actually matter. Great performance with the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 inside. Great battery life, starts off at about 1,09,000 rupees.
While the Ultra was reserved for the flagship smartphones from Samsung, this year, the moniker ventured out to the flagship tablets as well. And hence, we got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. It looks to fulfill everything the Ultra moniker has stood for, combining the most powerful specifications of a product with the best design possible. And today, we're here to find out if doing this for a tablet leads to a great experience for the user or not. The Ultra name is very much satisfied by the sheer size and design of this tablet. The S8 Ultra sports the widest and the biggest display we've ever seen on a tablet. It measures 14.6 inches and is surrounded by ultra-thin bezels. The tablet is also extremely thin, measuring just 5.5 millimeters in depth. On the back are two cameras and a small strip of glass extends from it, which acts as the charging spot for the S Pen that comes in the box. Even though the tablet is not thick at all, with the display that is larger than most laptops, it is not easy to hold the tablet up to use it. Using it briefly and laying it down on your legs or table is the better option to go for. But the ideal way to use it is with a keyboard case, which is expensive and has to be bought separately. And you would want to keep it in a case, as the tablet is massive and yet not very thick, increasing the fragility. Now let's talk about the giant display. It is a 14.6-inch Super AMOLED panel that stands sharp at the resolution of 1848 by 2960 pixels and smooth with a 120Hz refresh rate. The blacks are deep, the colors are rich and saturated, and everything just explodes off the screen at full brightness. The notch can look out of place, but it is small and one starts to ignore it in no time. The massive size comes in handy with watching YouTube videos, movies or shows on Netflix, going through web pages, reading articles and books. Playing games was also fun, but using a controller would be ideal, as using the on-screen controls is next to impossible with the size of the display, except in those games where the controls are very simple. Coupling the great display with the powerful stereo speakers on the tablet makes an ideal entertainment experience. The S Pen also works amazingly well. The touch latency with the S Pen has been reduced to an incredible 2.8 milliseconds, hence using it across the massive canvas is natural and comfortable. Making notes, drawing sketches, annotating documents feels great with it. The S Pen itself feels comfortable in the hand with its size. It has magnets on the side which helps in attaching it to the sides of the tablet. But to charge the S Pen, one has to stick it to the back, as that is the only spot to charge it. And trying to align it with its place on the back without looking is not the easiest thing. The iPad Pro and iPad Air do this much better than the S8 Ultra. But unlike the Apple Pencil, the S Pen is supplied in the box, hence these small disadvantages can be forgiven. As for the notch, it houses two cameras, both 12 megapixel sensors, one standard wide and the other one being ultra wide. The ultra wide works well for video calls, as through the wide field of view, the camera zooms in on the face of the user to keep it centered throughout the call. The cameras on the back are not nearly as good enough for clicking pictures, and the most you should do with them is actually scan the documents, because it will also look very ridiculous if you're clicking pictures with that massive size of a tablet. Inside the S8 Ultra is Qualcomm's newest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor with 12GB RAM and the storage going up to 512GB. There are options of expanding storage through a microSD card slot. The performance on the tablet is stellar with great multitasking and apps working fast and smooth. Using it for editing photos is easy and multiple average tasks feel effortless. Games look amazing with maxed out settings, but at the same time, apart from games and a few apps, there are not many pro apps that can take advantage of the power available, unlike how it is for the iPad Pro. Samsung did announce that LumaFusion, a video editing app for the iPad, will be coming to Android as well, but how well it will work remains to be seen. The tablet comes with Android 12 out of the box, and while the software does well for the most part, the animation speed is something that might feel slow. But where it shines is Samsung DeX, as then it feels and operates like a laptop, given that you have a good Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. As for battery life, the 11,200 mAh cell is beefy and can keep the S8 Ultra on for well over a day. But to charge it up, even with a 45-watt charger, it will take an entire night to charge the tablet up to 100%. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra goes big on everything and delivers on everything as well. But with that, it comes with a hefty price tag of 1,08,999. That puts it right in the lane with the most powerful iPad Pro. The S Pen comes in the box, but at the same time, due to its design, it hardly makes sense without the case, which has to be bought separately for 22,999. Essentially, putting the combined price at 1,31,998, which is still less than the 12.9-inch iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard. And taking even that price into consideration, we can recommend it to all the creatives who work with pro apps that perform well on Android, who prefer a much larger canvas, and who want a device that can very well replace their laptop.
Let's move on now to something that I think is a great idea, the LG Tone Free FP9 TWS. The main thing that you're going to love this is the fact that this is the most hygienic pair of TWS earbuds ever. So I'll explain that to you. Small circular charging case, has a soft silk matte finish. The earbuds themselves are small, very comfortable to use, medical grade silicone made ear tips, great with sound. But I'll tell you what is the big deal. The case cleans up the earbuds through ultraviolet light, or keeps them hygienic, keeps them clean. You know, the kind of stuff that is in our ears, you'll be shocked. And in terms of sound, also pretty good. It has 5 different EQ presets. Heavy sound signature, still manages to get the details right. So bass heavy is actually good. I think most people really like it. Noise cancellation, not the best, as the earbuds are not very good with isolation. So they may work well, but still a lot of outside noise does filter in.
The LG Tone Free line of earbuds have been here for a while. They are focused on making sure that the earbuds that spend hours in our ears are actually clean, comfortable and safe enough for use. While it is indeed an important feature, LG did not really perform well on other fronts that make up the entire experience of using the earbuds. But the recently launched LG Tone Free FP9 is looking much more impressive with a host of new features and a better design. And today we're going to tell you if all the newly added features make it worth buying for that premium price or not. Now, the Tone Free FP9s come with a small circular case with a soft, silky and matte finish. It looks and feels much better than previous iterations. There is a small LED on the front indicating the battery level of the case. Right below that is a light that lights up when the UV light inside the case is cleaning up the earbuds. On the back is a USB-C port for charging and a switch on the left side that we're going to come back to later. The earbuds themselves are made with the same finish as the case. They have touch-sensitive controls on the stems. They fit in the ears comfortably and feel weightless. The ear tips are made of medical grade silicone. It's comfortable and safe, but not the best when it comes to isolation. Now let's talk about what they sound like once they're inside the ears. The sound, tuned by the UK-based audio brand Meridian, is great. It's not the best, but it's better than a lot of the earbuds in that price range and certainly better than the previous iteration of the Tone Free lineup. By default, the sound signature is more bass heavy. Even so, the details are still felt quite easily. The treble gets a decent amount of attention, the vocals are clear, the highs are comforting, everything is very well separated, but at the same time, the sound stage does not get that wide. All genres sound great. In the LG Tone Free app, there are 5 different presets, with the natural preset being the most balanced one. For users who want to tune their own sound, they can make 2 custom presets. Along with the EQ settings, the Tone Free app can enable features like the whisper mode. With this, the user can take off the right earbud and softly say what they want, using it as a mic, while the left earbud becomes the sole earpiece in situations that require such an arrangement. And a special feature of the case, apart from the UV cleaning of the earbuds themselves, is that it can serve as a wireless audio receiver. Remember the switch we mentioned earlier? Well, once it is flicked, the user can connect the USB-C to a 3.5mm cable that comes in the box and connect it to any headphone jack. The earbuds will get all of the audio from the device that the wire has been connected to, and the case itself acts as the receiver. Pretty handy. Now, another handy feature that is a staple for premium earbuds, good ANC. Due to lack of ideal isolation, the ANC is not the best with these earbuds. They can easily cancel out a lot of low-end frequency, but anything above that can easily find its way to your ears, even with the music playing. As for transparency mode, it is very close to natural. Similar to the ANC, the battery life is not the best either. It is in fact a bit disappointing. While the earbuds themselves have the juice to last for 7 hours with ANC on, the case itself cannot carry enough juice. It can only charge the earbuds 1.5 times over. That is a combined battery life of just 17.5 hours, which is pretty mediocre compared to other earbuds at the same price. So, even with all the new features and upgraded sound in the LG Tone Free FP9, there are still some core aspects that are lacking. The ANC is average, the battery life is mediocre, the isolation is still lacking. Yes, it is safer, cleaner, and offers that audio receiver switch, but that's not for everyone. So, for the expensive price of 21,990 rupees, it can only be recommended to users looking for exactly the distinct features that it can provide. If these features are not your priority, you will be better off with other options available for this price.
Let's move on now to the Smartmi Air Purifier. This is designed to clean the air of an area up to about 320 square feet. Compact yet very powerful air purifier. The OLED screen offers a nice user interface to control the purifier. Colorful LED indicators. Voice controls are very limited. So frankly, don't buy it for all those features. Buy it for its filtration and how well it works.
While we have been looking at multiple air purifiers at the very top of the line, today we are talking about something different, the Smartmi Air Purifier. It aims to be efficient at what it is supposed to do while costing not even half as much. How well does it work? What does it miss out on to cut down on cost? Is it worth it? Important answers to these important questions in the next few minutes. Let's start with how things look on the surface. The Smartmi Air Purifier goes for simplicity and elegance. It looks small and lightweight, so it can be easily moved around the house. There is an OLED display up top. The screen shows a very simple UI operated through a single button. The display can show the PM 2.5 levels, help in selecting the mode it will work in, the air temperature and humidity as well. There is a colorful LED ring around the display, which through colors indicates the air quality of the room. The air purifier is meant to be kept switched on and everything can be left to it. It drives up its speed whenever it detects the air quality getting worse. It slows down and stops when not needed, without any assistance needed from the user. On the back of the purifier is a small latch to open up the door to the filter. It is a true HEPA filter that is very easy to take out and replace. The filter works well for 9 to 12 months but needs to be replaced after, as is true for air purifier filters. While the filters sort out a part of the problem, what truly measures the capability of an air purifier is clean air delivery rate, or CADR. It is cubic meters of filtered and pure air it can push out per hour, which shows how fast and effective an air purifier is at its job. For the Smartmi Air Purifier, the CADR is 400 cubic meters per hour. It also translates to the purifier being effective and fast for an area ranging between 29 and 48 square meters, which fared well and accurate in our testing. While the Smartmi Air Purifier is excellent for the most part, it does lack a few features as a result of cost cutting. Purifiers from Dyson support multiple filtration technologies, detecting different levels of particulate matter, VOCs, levels of carbon monoxide. None of these features is present in the Smartmi Air Purifier. While it makes it less capable, at the same time it also does not cost nearly as much as purifiers from Dyson at the price of 16,000 rupees. If all those features are expected, you will be better off with spending more money. But if you want multiple purifiers that work on their own for multiple rooms, or just want a smart air purifier on a tight budget, the Smartmi Air Purifier will be more than ideal.
Let's take a quick break right now. When we come back, lots more happening on the show. Have I got something big for you, but of course in a very, very small compact design. This is the Stuffcool Flow 25. Comes without any wires in the box, just the charger itself. Consists of 2 ports, a USB-C port that supports 25 watt output, which can fast charge any kind of phone, really, Samsung phone, Google's Pixel devices, anything that supports Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 standard. USB-A port charges with 18 watt output. Both ports can be used simultaneously to charge 2 devices. Of course, one will be slower at that point. Comes with an LED on the charger to indicate the charging status, and it's priced really, really well.
We have another Stuffcool charger in the house. This time a 25 watt charger called Flow. With most of the premium flagships being sold without chargers in the box, Stuffcool claims that the Flow can fast charge most of these flagships. So let's take a look at what it brings to the table to make it more worthy than the normal first party phone chargers. The first easily noticeable thing about this charger is its small size. The charger is not one of the gallium nitride chargers, but it is still small and can easily fit anywhere inside any bag. It has a light on the front which indicates if it's switched on and charging or not. Right beside the light are 2 ports, a USB-C port and a USB-A port. So no matter which cable the user has, they always will be able to charge the device if just the charging is concerned. As for fast charging, here's the situation with the ports. The USB-C port supports the full 25-watt output and satisfies the PPS fast charging standards for Samsung flagships, Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 and fast charging through power delivery for Google's Pixel phones and iPhones. The USB-A port supports 18-watt output and can fast charge the older iPhones. So no matter which chargerless flagship has been bought, this charger can fast charge all of them. Both ports can also be used to charge two devices simultaneously, but the charging would obviously be much slower in that situation. So, to test the charger out, we calculated the time it takes to charge the different devices we had. We charged up the Samsung Galaxy S22 in 1 hour 17 minutes, the S22 Plus in 1 hour 30 minutes, and the iPhone 12 mini in 1 hour 21 minutes. And with everything it does, the Stuffcool Flow 25 is also priced at $13.99, which is much cheaper than all of the first party chargers that you will have to buy in case you buy all of these phones. Hence, with the charging speeds in mind, the utility in mind and the price in mind, we will give the Flow 25 our complete recommendation to anyone who has bought or is planning to buy one of the newer flagship phones.
That then was the Gadget 360 show for this week. We've got a great amount of stuff coming next week. Do join me on the show.